All right. Well, welcome back to our channel. Today I have Felix on. Felix is thinking about getting started with JanPro, and he has a couple of questions. Hey, good afternoon, Felix. How are you doing today?
Man, I'm doing pretty good, man. Very excited to talk to you on today, man.
Oh, good. Likewise. Um, I know you say you want to ask me a few questions about getting started with JanPro. Um, so what are some of the questions that you have?
Okay. Well, I'm actually currently like in the Alabama area. This area does not have tiers, and I know every other area has tiers as far as with Jam Pro. So they start you out at I think it's a $2,500, like the entry mark to get
Oh,
in. And I wanted to kind of see, man, like what would be the difference, because I was thinking about an area with tiers versus an area not with tiers. So I kind of wanted to see what would be like the difference on it. From my understanding, I think they told me it was like without the tiers, it'd be maybe like a 78-22 split. But with the tiers, it might be you profit a little differently, maybe like in the 30% profit range.
okay. I've never heard of that. I think that with the Alabama area, um, I think they're not doing the tiers because of two things. They may be wanting you to come in on the ground level to build your business on the ground level. Because a lot of people buy those bigger packages, those bigger tiers. And two things, JanPro really don't have the contracts to fulfill those tiers in a timely manner. And then two, you'll buy the biggest package and then you decide that you're going to quit. So that's giving JanPro time. They're going to have to scramble to try to find new business owners to take over those accounts. So I think now that they're going to more of the entry level to build your business a little bit slower to see if you're going to be, a long lasting business owner, because I
Okay.
know down here we're in Georgia and some of the bigger JanPro franchisees, they would just quit, and they have 30 accounts or 20 accounts, and then that leaves them scrambling to try to get all those accounts filled. So I think they want to stop themselves for having to go through that. If they can help you build your business slowly over a period of time, that'll ensure them that you're going to be dedicated to building a business, of being a true business owner versus just getting in and getting frustrated and quitting, you know. So that
Okay.
may be one of the reasons. Now the 78-30, the 78-22 split, that's about right because that's what we get, about 78% of the business, with them getting 22%. Um, so that's about the going rate for that Jam Pro split. Now I don't know about the 70-30. I've never heard of that one. Excuse me.
Gotcha. Okay. Uh, I would say, because I was initially, I would say one to come in and as bring on a team versus coming in and actually doing the work because I have a primary job that I hold as a director of operations. So I
Okay.
kind of want to start my own thing, but I want to kind of keep doing what I'm doing in the meantime. But I want to bring on some guys to help build my contracts and build my clients up. Like from your understanding, what would you recommend as far as like doing that? Would you advise me come in and do it first, or how what would you advise on that type of situation? I'm seeing your story. I know that you guys came in and did it yourself to start out with, and then kind of
Yeah.
build your clientele.
Well, I think that that's a good formula, only because if you get your hands dirty with the business first, you learn the ins and outs of the business, you'll pick up you'll pick up how long it takes to clean a business. You know, instead of paying people, you've never went into an account and cleaned it yourself, and you're just paying people based off of the man hours that JanPro provides you. You really don't know how long it takes a person to actually do a business. Do a clean. So by you getting in those accounts and learning it from the inside out, you can say, hey, this account takes 4 man hours to do. I know if I hire 2 people, they'll be out of there in 2 hours. You know, that helps out, and that helps out with, the performance of your team, because a lot of people will ride the clock. If you're just paying them hourly wage, they'll stay in that account for 6 hours, 8 hours. And you
Right.
don't know because you never cleaned the account. So you're thinking, okay, why am I losing a lot of money? It's because your man hours, they're taking advantage of your man hours, where you're having 4 man hours to clean the building, and they're riding the clock for 6 man hours, so you're losing money. you know. So it helps a lot to get into those accounts and clean them on your own. And we still do it to today. To today, we still, any new accounts that we take on, we always go in and clean it just to see what the man hours are. To make sure
Okay.
that, okay, they're saying it's taking 6 man hours to clean. It actually takes in 6 man hours to clean. So when we place our people in there, we can know that, hey, y'all doing it for 8 hours, y'all doing something wrong. Either somebody's not doing and they're just riding the clock, but it only takes 6 man hours, which is, if you're putting 2 people in there, that's for 3 hours for 2 people. So we know that, okay, something is not happening. Y'all staying here 4 hours and we're paying out 8 man hours. So yeah, that's why we, did the business that way. We worked it ourselves because we didn't want to not have to rely on them telling us how long it takes to clean. We cleaned the building. We know how long it takes to clean it, you know. Because rule of thumb, one person should be able to clean 2,000 square feet in an hour. So that's
Yeah.
that's the rule of thumb. So when you're doing your man hours and you're looking at how many square feet this building is, because they're going to give you, okay, it's 10,000 square feet of VCT, 5,000 square feet of carpet, stuff like that. They're going to give to you. So okay, this is 15,000 square feet. Now I can divide that by my man hours. I know that one person cleans every 2,000 square feet in an hour, then I know that this building is going to be roughly 7.5 man hours to do. See what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. I actually previously worked for a company that, we did floor care work.
Okay.
We did, stripping, waxing, stone, textile, terrazzo. We did all of that. So I got kind of insight on, I would say how the business would be, but, per se, I just wanted to kind of make sure, what I'm saying, I'm going about it the right way. What
Yeah.
I'm saying? And I think that was good advice, as far as like going in and see if I do see it about it myself, doing the accounts, kind of engaging, to where, how long would it take, man? See if they just plan over hours, and ultimately that's my money. So you
Exactly.
gotta want to make sure, what I'm saying, you're getting good use out of it, man.
Yeah. And like I said, even if it's an account where you could just bring in one person and y'all do it together, that'll also give him, okay, my boss is in here working with me. He knows that I know that it takes this amount of time to clean it. You see what I'm saying? So we
Right.
can't go outside of that, unless it's something added to the account. But rule of thumb, if he's in there working with you, y'all getting out of there 4 man hours, y'all getting out of there, and he can carry that along with any other new hires that's coming into your business.
Okay. Gotcha. So with okay, like with the contracts, would it still be the same as if, like, I know when y'all in your area you do tiers, this area it doesn't. So just for example, if I get a $3,000 contract, would it still be the same way, even if we're not doing tiers?
Well,
Because
here is so the reason why I say the entry level is what they're trying to push you into is because it's just a buy-in. Tiers are just buy-ins,
buy-in.
where you're gonna be at, you know, our area, our master franchise owner really suggest us to get started at the lower tiers, because it's once you perform and your accounts are going good, they're gonna always give you larger accounts. So the buy-in is just just to get you in the door. You're going to continue to get those bigger accounts as you show them that, hey, I'm serious about this, building this business. Your accounts are going to grow as you grow, you know.
Okay,
So
makes
I
sense.
tell a I tell a lot of people, don't spend all that money to buy these larger tiers, because for one thing, you don't even know if you're going to like Gen Pro, and you're investing your money you're investing all your money into buying into these contracts. For one, you don't know if you're going to like it. For two, you can use that money to to build your payroll, you know, have because you're gonna have to float your business for at least 60 days because you don't get paid out right away, you know.
Right.
So that kind of those liquid funds that you have put aside can help you float your business. And then when you do get those smaller contracts that come in, you got cash to buy them outright. So you don't have to finance a lot. That's the depth of people in Jan Pro, is because they're financing everything. When something comes across their desk and it's a good contract, they don't have the money to pay it out in full. So guess what? I got to finance everything that comes, because I'm basically working check to check. You know what I'm saying? I don't have anything to float me. So
Got
what me and my wife did, we just, every little contract that came across our desk that we could buy outright, we bought it outright, because it allowed us to build our business and receive income from the business, to where when new business started coming in, we were buying those outright, and then we will finance the larger stuff, but we were making money. We were making positive money, and we didn't have to go into our bank accounts to float that business, because that large check don't come for 60 days. So now we got to dig into our pocket. But if we were buying the smaller accounts, we were cash flowing already. So we didn't have to go into our bank accounts to float our business. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, gotcha. Because it makes more sense now, because the way I was thinking about it, I'm just gonna be honest with you, man. I was thinking about going in, getting the highest tier that they had, and not really just understanding like the full aspect of it, you know what I'm saying? But by talking to you right now, basically the money that I was gonna spend on buying the highest tier, I can get in an entry level and basically, you know what I'm saying, use that money to, like, when I get some of the contracts to kind of float, pay some of the contracts off instead of financing, but mostly like finance just like the bigger ones.
That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
That's
And
right.
so it makes sense now that you said that, it makes more sense. So I already have the money already that I was intending to put toward a bigger buy-in. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I can just use that money, you know, toward just kind of making sure my business, so I can be profitable a
That's
lot
right.
sooner.
That's
Gotcha.
right.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
So because the thing of it is, when you start taking on people, you got to remember, those people still got to get paid, even though you're not making any money for 60 days. They still got to
They
get
still
paid
got
every
to
two
do
weeks
it.
or whatever you set up for them. They got to get paid. So
Right.
that money could be sitting there to float your business, to get your business to where it needs to be. Now you'll recoup all of that as your contracts start paying out. You'll recoup all that money, but you don't want to be dead in the water when you done invested all this money to get it up. And Jan Pro has like 90 days or 6 months to fulfill getting up all those contracts for you. Now you dead in the water because you can't take on no people.
Right.
You can't buy no supplies, things that you're gonna need to run your business. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I mean, that makes perfect sense, man. Like, say, yeah. So yeah, you definitely, you definitely answered the question that I needed, man. Because yeah, that helped out a lot. Because I was looking at it a lot differently. I was looking at it, okay, well, I'm gonna go in, purchase the highest one. We're gonna get this thing rolling. But I was like, yeah, now it makes sense to go in entry level and use the fund that I have to kind of
Yeah.
get my business going. Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I witnessed it. I had a friend of mine. He went in. He spent $12,000 on a tier, and for one, he didn't like Jan Pro a lot, and then he was dying because his he took all his last to buy these packages. So when he started making money, it took him 60 days to recoup the money, to make some money, because now he's all in. He don't have any money to run a business. He don't have nothing. He's all
Right.
in. So yeah, I tell a lot of people, man, don't take your last, always have that money sit to the side to pay off all these contracts in full. That way, the key to success with Jan Pro is to stay out of debt with them. Try to pay your debt off as fast as possible so you can get 78 to 80% of the business and you'll make money. A lot of people, the biggest complaint is they're not making money. Well, they're not making money because they're drowning in debt. That's that is the rule of thumb to life. You know, you can't really make money if you're drowning in debt anywhere.
Right, right,
You know?
exactly.
So that's the way we look at it. We look at it from a real life experience, like real estate or anything like that. If you're drowning in a whole lot of debt, you're not going to make a lot of money. You know what I'm saying?
Perfect. Yeah, man, it made perfect sense to me. Yeah, and I'm glad I'm glad I did talk to you about that, man. 'Cause like I say, I was thinking about going in it, and still, interested in going in. I think I'm gonna go through with it, but I got a different outlook on it though.
Okay,
So it kind of helped me out a whole lot versus what I was thinking. Yeah.
but that's
That's
good.
perfect.
That's good. You got anything else you had any questions about?
Oh, I didn't have actually any other questions, man. I've been watching a lot of your videos, so that answered majority of all the questions that I had. I learned a lot from watching your videos. But these like the only questions I had, man. My
Okay.
last few concerns before I decided to jump in it myself.
Okay. Well, it sounds good. Well, I hope you are very successful with your business. I'm always here to help because I want to see as many people, you know, get free from working a 9 to 5. Jan Pro does allow you to, break free of the 9 to 5. Even though it is a hard business, it's a hard business. It's not easy, but it gives us the time freedom to do other things, to invest our money into other things that's bringing in cash flow. And, it allows us to really step back from the business and gives us a time to manage the business. So it's been a blessing for us. I don't know about a lot of people. They talk bad about Jan Pro, but it's always been a blessing. Now we do have bad days, we have good days. Our good outweighs the bad. So it's been a blessing. So definitely if you need any kind of help or assistance, I'm always here to help you guys be successful in your business.
Man, I definitely appreciate it, man. Yeah, because that's what me and my fiance we're looking to do, man. We're looking to get into this, and I've been, like I say, doing that 9 to 5 grind for a while. Got a pretty good career, man. It's just that it takes a lot of my time away from home, man. I travel quite a bit, man. So I'm looking for something I can go in head first, man. Be at home, my children, my family. So that's what I'm looking for right now, man. So I think this
I
would be
can
a good option for me, man.
I can definitely relate to that because I was contracting overseas and I was away from I could only come home for 30 days out of a year.
Ooh.
And I left the contract when my son was 2 weeks old. He was 2 weeks when I left going to contract. So when I decided to come back home, I wanted to be free of having to lose time or exchange time for money. So I wanted
Right.
to get into something. And I was asking my wife, hey, before I come home, go set up a meeting at Jan Pro because I learned about Jan Pro being overseas because a couple of my buddies had Jan Pro franchises while they were overseas. So I learned from it there. And I was like, well, go talk to the guy and set up an appointment because when we come home, we're gonna start this and we're gonna be done working. For anybody, we're gonna be working for ourselves. So
Right.
I touched down. It was time to go to work, but go to work in our own thing versus going back to work trading time for money.
Exactly, and that's the same conversation that pretty much me and my fiance had, man. We ready to go in for it ourselves, man, and get that time back. And I'm definitely looking for that time back, man. And like I say, man, it was definitely a pleasure talking with you because, like I said, I learned a lot from the short time that we did talk. Man, I definitely learned a lot in this short amount of time, and also by watching your videos too as well. Like you said, I did hear a lot of people, have pretty negative things to say about Jam Pro, but what I'm saying, it's all about what you make of it, man. You know,
Exactly.
smart with your business. You smart with your business, you'll make money, man.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, I definitely stay in contact with you, man. Most definitely.
Okay. Well, great speaking with you, Felix, man. I hope you have a blessed remainder of your day. And if I can do anything else to help you out, just feel free to call me or text me or email me or whatever you can to get in contact with me.
Man, most definitely, man, we'll do. Like I said, I hope you have enjoy the rest of your day too as well.
Oh, all right. Well, thanks guys for tuning in to our channel. Like, share this video and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks.